Welcome back to part 3 and the finale to The Little Wish. In an effort to lift the curse on Mother Nature, the party ate some mushrooms, which turned them into mushrooms. They have been exploring the wizard's castle, freeing Chewingas, doing the wizard's apprentice's chores while lifting the curse. Stay tuned to after the game for some players' reactions.
All right, so let's dive right back in to Campestri Macy pushing open this door.
Headbutt all the way.
You pop open the door, and this looks to be like a bedroom.
Macy just jumps right in.
Yep. So you jump right in. The first thing you immediately notice is another rattling cage. This one has this big, heavy plate that seems to be laid across the top.
Ooh.
Rude.
Other than that, you can see that, there's a couple of things here. There seems to be a bracelet. There seems to be a journal. There's a bed, and an otherwise reasonably plain room.
This bracelet, does it look familiar? Does it look like the bracelet that was on the apprentice in that picture?
It does look like the bracelet that was on the apprentice in that picture.
Oh, this must be Greg's room.
So this is what it looks like.
Nice.
Bracelet had the charm that fit into the weather machine.
Mm-hmm.
So we should see if it's still missing. And if it is, we could maybe bring it back, put his bracelet back together for him later.
But we could also compare it to the painting, and
Yep.
we could see which charm is missing.
Yeah.
And what it looks like.
Maybe like a little bird skull, or I don't know what it is. It's very tiny.
You can kind of blow it up a little bit, but yeah, it is a little bit more difficult to see. But are you inspecting the painting a little closer now?
Yeah, I'll go do that. Let me, or I won't. I am out of character, but in character I will also do that.
Okay.
Scamper, 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 scamper.
So you can look at the two different bracelets, and you can see if you notice any differences. And while you're doing that, what is everyone else doing?
So you said there's a big plate on top of the Chewinga.
Mm-hmm.
Is it hanging off over the edge?
Nope.
No, it's
Use
just
my
like
hand
It's
to
kind of
get it off.
laid square on top, like it was put there.
Could we use
Now-
Macy's mage hand to pick it up?
Yeah,
Maybe.
so I was thinking, do you think it's heavier than 10 pounds, this plate? I don't know. I'm just going to try with my
Alright.
mage hand to lift it and put it on the bed.
Yeah, with your mage hand goes, it picks up this plate. It's straining a little bit. You get the idea that it's heavy, but it's not too heavy for a mage hand, and it places it on the bed. The Chewinga jumps out, kind of looks around a little bit, doing a little stretch out like they've been doing, because they've been in cages. This one goes up to Arabella, who made the suggestion to use the mage hand, and holds out its hand.
Nice.
Should give it a boop.
Yep. And as you do that, you suddenly have been bestowed upon with the charm of cantrips, and you can cast Mold Earth now.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You can make some really good cheese.
Mhm.
Disadvantage
Molding
rest of the game.
I'll take it.
She thanks the little buddy and gets out of their way so they can leave.
Oh yeah, tears off as soon as he kind of gives you the thumbs up like they've been doing, and just goes. All right, so
Is there anything else in his room?
there's this book, and other than that, the bed seems kind of well made, like it's made up.
He's a
Oh,
tiny boy.
I'm gonna put that
Okay.
plate. Macy's gonna put the plate back up on top of the cage, so You don't realize, maybe they won't realize what happened. It'll be a mystery for them.
What's in the book?
Start flipping through the book, and it says as follows. My name is Greg Mala, and this is my first journal entry. Master took one of the charms from my bracelet this morning. He said it looked just like the tool for his weather machine. This made me a little sad. That was the charm bracelet Mother Nature gave to me before I started learning here. There's a Chwinga in my room. Master warned me not to mess with it, but I've been talking with it from time to time. It doesn't make too much of a mess. All skunks and no baths make for a stinky kitty. The poor thing is terrified of anything with a white stripe now. The Chingo in the basement helped me clean this morning. I don't know how, but it taught me how to cast a small spell to help me clean up the dust on the floor. It's strange. Can't seem to remember the spell anymore. Wonder if the other Chwinga know any spells. I conjured an animal this morning. I had to clean up a trail of the cat dung afterward, but I think it was worth it. I found my charm. At least it looks like my charm. I hid it in the dark room so Master wouldn't take it away again. Master is getting really paranoid. He yelled at me for going into the basement this morning, and he won't let me go to the weather machine anymore. I just wanted to get my toy flying ship back. I'm getting worried. Master has hired someone to build a bunch of traps in the front room in case someone enters without saying the password. He's a powerful wizard. Why would he be worried about somebody breaking in?
We should paint ourselves with a white stripe. Keep the cat from messing with us.
Maisie like totally nods her head. That would be brilliant.
Yes, that is an excellent idea. John says, covered in white paint. It might be too late for me.
You can just scratch some of it off of you.
Oh, maybe prestidigitation can like clean up everything except for a white stripe.
Maybe.
Got anything?
Also, Arabella was spot on that the apprentice was a good being.
Yeah. We just need some kindness.
Nimna, have you noticed anything?
Well, I know which one is missing. It's the one that looks like the little bird skull from the player perspective. I don't know from
Like
Nimna's
this?
perspective. There we go. Not like a bird skull unless you squint.
But it does have kind of like, I could see the
Yeah.
skull theory with like a gem in the middle kind of thing.
Yeah, like a. Maybe I've just seen too many Plague Doctor characters lately. So many of those. Yeah. So that's fun. Let me pull the picture back up. Do you want me to do like an investigation or anything?
No, you can see that that's the one, and that's the one
Okay.
that's missing. Like that much is. You can look at the bracelet and you can look at the painting and you can kind of see which one is missing.
All right, cool. And I think the whimsy of being Kempestri is getting to serious Shatterkai Nimna. And if any of the paint is still wet on her, she's going to take her little mycelium and paint a little mustache on
Absolutely.
Bad Wizard.
The
Okay.
wizard now has a fancy white mustache.
Yes, he does. Take that Gandalf. Yeah, and then she'll galump back to the rest of the white stripes. And
All right, so you've got a little bit more now. You've seen some of the things.
I've seen things, guys. I've seen
You've
things.
got some of the another couple of the cantrips. What would you like to do next?
Well, Maisie would definitely like to go and, paint that white stripe on her.
Yeah. So how are you guys painting the white stripe?
Well, I do have a mage hand.
All right. I had to ask. I wasn't just going to assume.
Definitely a mage hand. Yeah, so that's what she'll do. And anyone else who joins her.
Yeah, Arabella would have gone.
Like,
Yeah, no, Aegis would also, because it does sound like a good idea to maybe avoid some of the cat issues.
Yeah, for sure.
Does the mage hand allow us to open the heavy doors now? Like the one in the room we're in?
You try to open the door with the mage hand, and it's still too heavy.
The trap
Same with
door.
the trap door.
Yeah, does anyone know what the dark room is? Because I hid it in the dark room so Master wouldn't take it away again.
That typically
don't
has
think we
something to do with
found the dark
photography. It might be the trapdoor room, but
Maybe.
there's still one more door right here with a pet door. So
Could you maybe
Alright.
like mold the earth to make like a wedge to prop the trapdoor open just a little bit and like open it that first bit?
I think it has to be Hold on, let me check real quick.
Yeah, these are wood floors, just so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, they're wooden floors. Yeah, and it has to be loose dirt. So
Well,
No,
I know where we can get some loose dirt. There is a greenhouse. Just move some dirt over.
Very true, very true.
But that's maybe for another time. All right. Oh, our little band of adventurers are now the White Stripes.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. You are now the White Stripes.
Yes, we are. Oh yes. All right. I see a cat flap. And I
Macy's
wanna open
favorite
it.
thing: headbutts the cat flap.
Uh-huh.
You guys walk in. This is another bedroom.
Oh.
Through process of elimination, if this one is the apprentice's bedroom, you can assume that this is the bedroom of the wizard. As you head in, it's dimly lit. Doesn't seem to be very much in here. It's very neat, it's very tidy, it's very empty. But there does seem to be another cage.
With a Chwinga in it?
Sure is.
Buddy. Oh, peace be upon you. Can I use my mage? I love this mage hand. Can I use
Yeah.
the mage hand to like the top of it?
Yeah. You pop open the top of the cage with the mage hand. It climbs up onto the bed and out, and it's looking at the five of you, and it's kind of like confused as to which one to go to. And we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Everybody roll a d20. All right, Macy. You open the cage, and you rolled the highest. It reaches out its hand towards you.
Fist bump with the mycelium.
You get the mycelium fist bump, and it bestows upon you once again the charm of cantrips, and you now have the ability to use thaumaturgy.
Sweet. Maisie is totally in tune with thaumaturgy because that's what she normally can
Whoa.
cast.
Yeah.
we can use thaumaturgy to open the doors if they're not locked. They're just heavy.
Exactly. This is gonna be the best. And it's really loud, but she's already loud. Fantastic.
Just all the loud.
Double loud.
All right, so you now have thaumaturgy.
Woo!
What would you guys like to go try next?
Do you want to try the
Do the
trapdoor
room.
or the
Oh yeah.
the other
We should do
door?
the room. We should do the room in the potion room before the trapdoor. But there's also this door right next to
Small room?
us.
Well, maybe Macy's gonna check out her new thaumaturgy powers.
Heck yeah. Get it.
And she's like, open!
Yeah, you use thaumaturgy. That door bursts open, and what you can see is that there seems to be a freshly cleaned chamber pot,
Nice.
as well as what looks to be some like interesting little contraption. There's like a lever up here, and it looks like there's like a chute. And if it looks like if the lever is pulled, water will run down the chute into the basin.
Truly advanced magic is happening here.
Highly advanced magic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. She's gonna go and test it out. The lever. So she's like, open the lever, close the lever, open the lever, close the lever.
Yeah, so you see like water runs down, kind of fills the basin a little bit. More water runs down.
It's like a kid with the power windows in a car. This is the best. All right. We got fresh water here, peoples. If we need it. All right. Well, that experiment worked. Shall we go back and try to focus our energies on
Question
this
is,
door?
what is it going to be?
Door is probably the storage room, which we
Alright.
need to dust.
Oh yes, there's some dusting of
Yeah.
the storage lab storage.
Aegis
room.
just shakes impulsively, man. As soon as it mentions that we need to dust it.
But there might also be some spell
It's on the chores
components
list.
in there.
Yes.
Like it's a storage
He's-
room, so
Yeah.
and so Maisie does her
Well, there's spell components
open.
he's supposed to gather, so maybe when he comes back, he'll have those spell components. But if they're already in the thing, then it wouldn't be there.
So you yell open, and the door bursts open.
Sweet.
And this is definitely the storage room.
Huzzah!
You enter the storage room. It looks like floor to ceiling potion ingredients.
Sweet. I start dusting and looking for some witchwood, mistletoe, sumac leaves, and some licorice root. Would you like my investigation check?
Yeah, for that, absolutely. And that would be using the Compestry stat block.
Pastry stat block. All right. Senses, nope. Skills, perception.
A whopping intelligence of 4.
Intelligence. Ooh, -3. I like it.
That's not bad. You root around the room, and you can absolutely find both the ingredients for the potion and the kind of leftover bits that were needed for spell components for the list of chores.
Hey.
Sweet. And I had the
We're gonna
list
make
of
his day.
potion ingredients we needed too. So, 2 birds, 1 stone.
So-
Fantastic.
Are you guys? So you guys just let Macy go in there by themselves, or are you all heading in as well?
We'll be close by at least, right? Yeah.
All right, everybody give me
Well,
perception
Arbella
checks.
Arbella would have gone into dust because the chore thing has been what she's been focused on.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I get a perception check as well from Compestry Arabella?
Oh, we have a perception skill, my bad.
Yeah. So, while you're dusting, Arabella, you see kind of like a little tiny head poking from underneath the shelf.
Like a Chwinga head or a cat head.
Looks like it could be a Chwinga head.
And she gives it a little wave. She's like, "Hi, buddy. We're here to help.
Kind of
Wanna
like
get out?"
waves back to you and kind of climbs out. And it like points behind you and it goes,
What does it say?
it's just kind of like pointing behind you and kind of like shrugging a little bit, like is like kind of like you get the idea that he's trying to indicate if it's safe.
Yeah, it's safe. They just left. We can put a white stripe on you, and the cat won't mess with you when you leave if you want.
And it kind of like tilts its head and like is
Valid.
confused by that statement.
It just looks at it. Yes, join the white
There's a
stripes.
cat somewhere. There's a cat somewhere,
It nods
but it's
and
afraid
knows.
of white stripes.
It kind of like
We read someone's diary and found that out.
It kind of nods and it goes. It kind of like snaps its fingers and like holds out its hand.
Takes
Everybody,
its hand to
everybody,
lead him away.
I said everybody except Mace. You roll a d20.
Can we keep this one? I want this one to be my son.
Arabelle getting a 15.
Yeah,
which just makes me feel
Arabella,
like
who
a-
is the one who saw it. So again, narrative dice reaches out. It reaches out its hand towards you, and you said you took its hand.
Yeah, she was gonna walk him over to the paint.
Yeah. So as you're walking over to the paint, it bestows upon you the charm of cantrips, and grants you the ability to cast minor illusion.
Ah, my second favorite cantrip. He thinks it and gives it a white stripe so it can get home safely.
All right. So the painted Chwinga now starts
son.
to take off. You guys have potion ingredients.
Guys, let's go make potions.
Yeah.
Yep, totally.
know which ones we
up
need, though.
here.
Mm-hmm.
You have enough. So basically, from what you found, you have enough ingredients to make a potion of healing greater, a potion
Red.
of water breathing,
Blue,
and a potion of fire breath.
orange.
Ooh.
All right.
Sweet.
Nimna moves like she's gonna crack her neck, but she's made of mushrooms, so nothing really happens. But she's ready to help.
It just kind of flops.
Yeah.
All right.
Squish,
So
squish.
the steps to creating potions, you've already found the ingredients. You've already cleaned the flasks.
Mm-hmm.
From the book, you now know that you have to. Some of them you need to heat. Some of them you need to cool. You have the means to do that.
Aegis, we need you.
Yep.
I just pictured like Aegis mushroom, kind of like every single time.
Exactly.
Yeah, every single time. Resigned helping, but then you need fresh water.
Woo! We know
That's
where
me.
that is.
All right, so you
Let's-
go. and
Back
you fill-
to the toilet.
Yep, you go and you fill using the fancy machine. By machine, I mean lever.
Mm-hmm.
And then using how exactly are you filling these flasks?
Mage hand.
Good call. Because there's this that I wanted to showcase.
Nice.
Hey.
It's all mage handing. Looks so cool.
Yep. The art is spectacular in this. And you are able to then color the water for the respective potions. How are you going to do that?
Prestidigitation.
Aegis, I'm assuming rolls
Yeah.
the eyes and complies. All right. Then you have to put the ingredients in
Mage hand.
Mage hand.
and then swirl, stir, or shake the mixtures.
Mage hand.
Yep. So you guys are just.
I could if it needs to be shaken, I can just do tremors from thaumaturgy.
Yeah, you can do thaumaturgy and give it little tremors.
Yeah, a little bit of both, depending on what's what that needs to be done, and
Mhm.
you
Little
managed to
color,
brew
little
the
color.
3 potions. This guy absolutely took off wearing his white stripes, and will tell the tale of the group known as the White Stripes.
Be famous across all 7 nations.
Uh-huh.
I love this. All right. While you guys are making these potions, you hear a thump coming through the door. And followed by the screeching howl of what sounds like an angry cat. You soon see an incredibly fat cat stuck in the pet door, trying to push its way through. The cat seems blurry, almost as if there's more than one. One thing is certain, though. They seem angry at the sound of intruders in the castle.
Quick, Aegis, skunk smell.
Please don't.
Yeah, he just looks at Macy's like, no.
Well,
Like-
We have the white stripe. We have the white stripes, guys. Just keep doing what
Also,
you're doing.
Arabella has
well-
minor illusion. Make her like an illusion skunk.
With a skunk
No.
smell, and then we can present our white striped caps to it.
Yeah, but I'd rather be able to breathe.
No, it's only a small area of stuff. Well, it'll just be around the cat. We're up on the table. We're fine.
Horrible thing to do to people,
You're
Macy.
not convincing me.
It's a horrible thing to do to people. No.
So this cat is now in the room. It's managed to push its way through the cat door, and it's starting to stalk its way towards you.
I'm gonna bow my head and show my white stripe.
Yeah. Expose the white
I'm gonna stand in step, basically form like a phalanx of white striped cats.
Yeah.
The white striped
Oh.
phalanx starts slowly moving towards the cat. Due to past traumas, this
Just-
poor cat turns and bolts so fast it breaks through the pet door. It's now in shambles as you can just hear it tearing out of the house.
Oh, that was good. That
The
was
white
good.
striped phalanx. That's one for the books. All right. So with the cat seemingly dealt with, what would you guys like to do now? You have made successfully 3 different potions.
Greater healing, fire breath, and water breathing.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Into the basement we go.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know,
Pick it
hop,
up.
Maisie like hops down and goes over to this trapdoor and goes, open!
Yeah, absolutely. And as you kind of like push the magic of thaumaturgy into this door, it bursts open. And as it bursts open, you guys all kind of look down, and it's adorable like this.
Aw. Look at us.
We're adorable.
And you guys have the ability to now enter through this trapdoor.
Can we see anything? Because we don't. Do we have dark vision? I don't think we do.
You look down.
You have tremor sense.
Yes, you do have tremor sense.
Ooh, okay, cool.
The room is dimly lit.
Oh, so this is not the dark room then?
Not yet.
No, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Greg has really bad vision. He's got bad.
Well, he sort of looks like a human, so possibly.
Yeah. Given. We'll find out. It's fine.
Yeah. It's all
Leap of
good.
faith.
Yep.
All right, so you guys head down the stairs to the basement.
We do.
Nice.
And you guys end up down here.
Get you over here. Is this the weather room?
You're not exactly sure.
I'm just looking for his toy that he lost.
Well, and I mean the note does say that Greg's not allowed in the basement, and this does seem like sort of like a basement area. I think you're onto something.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
look
so,
around.
If
you
they would
look
tell
around.
us if we were in the right place if we saw the toy. That's why I was like, well, hold on.
Like you look,
Yeah,
you look in this room and you do notice that there's this like pinkish magic circle that seems to be inactive in the middle of the floor. There are wall sconces all around the room. It looks like there are 6 of them. And there seems to be, they each kind of look like this. Where is that one? There. This is what they look like. The candle is in the back, and there is a small hole where the wick is, and these are all up against the wall.
Oh, so Aegis, if you could light
a
this
light puzzle.
candle, could I change the flame color with my thaumaturgy to one of the colors that that was on that diagram that was found in the library?
Yeah, Nimna will take the diagram down from her frills and spread it out on the ground with her mycelia.
Mhm.
So that
Before we
everyone
get too far on that, is the Chwinga gonna get released by this, or should we let them go before we possibly blow
Oh
the
yeah,
room up?
no, I was
I was like, you guys just went right into it before I even
Yeah,
finished the room
no,
description.
because
It was great. I was like, oh no,
is the
these guys are
Chwinga gonna
just
get
going.
blown up? Let's not kill the prisoners.
It's gone.
yeah,
Chwinga, no.
no.
Chwinga,
Is
they're
it
my children now.
Yeah,
so
this
Arabella
cage,
at least will go look for the child.
This cage is just in the middle of the floor.
Oh,
She'll open it
pop
while
it.
they
I'll-
do the light
yeah.
puzzle.
Yeah, so it pops out and it does a little stretch and kind of like, looks around, and it's kind of it looks at the Macy and Arabella, who both already
Morning,
have 2
everybody.
cantrips, and it kind of like walks past them, and it kind of stands between the other 3 of you. Each of you roll a d20. Last but not least, Chon. So it walks up to Aegis, who is absolutely the most inviting of Kempestry.
Aegis is like, fine. Puts out his.
And it bestows the charm of cantrips on you, and you now have the ability to cast Gust.
You'll be able to blow the candles out too, very efficiently.
I can do that already.
But you can do it more efficiently now, quicker.
Right. You should now see that in your list.
We tell him to go get a white stripe while they do the light puzzle. So we warn him about the cat, who's very upset right now.
The cat, you're not even sure, like the cat was just like you've never seen an animal more afraid in its entire life at the sheer might of the white stripe failings.
Yeah, we don't want this poor Chwinga to be victimized because of it, so we're like, be one of us so you can live free. And send him on his way.
Yeah, he goes up the stairs, which is right in the room with the paint. He can be easily painted by the mage hand from Macy,
Yep.
and he takes off and is gone like the others, straight through the house.
Gone like the wind. All right. Aegis, do you mind?
Yes. And Aegis will light a candle, and one of the candles, and then go through the motions.
All right, which one are you lighting? You're just lighting one.
I will let Macy tell me which one she'd like to be lit.
The one I'm standing at, please.
Okay.
So I'll do that one.
All right, so that one is lit.
I'm trying to find our library so I can see the picture of. Thank you.
Yeah, so this has been spread out along the floor by Nimna.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, it looks like aren't flames yellow most of the time anyways? So, I don't really have to do anything with this one. Does it look like it's like putting a yellow beam through its little lens that it's part of?
So when it looks through, so when the light starts going through, it actually refracts through this lens.
It refracts.
Yeah, it like
Oh.
refracts into a like prism, as opposed to it just being a clean light.
And so I get all the colors of the rainbow with this.
That are coming through it now. Yes.
Oh, pain in the ass.
Maybe
With
you've
the
got
mage-
to wiggle it.
Yeah, so with the mage hand, can I just sort of try turning it slightly so that the yellow is like sort of beaming over the area where Arabella is now?
You try to wiggle the candle, and it seems like if it's kind of shifted out of place, the light doesn't quite go through the prism enough.
What about the prism
lens.
itself?
The lens is mounted to the fixture.
What about the whole light box itself? Is it on a swivel or anything like that?
It is not. It is fixed to the wall.
Okay.
We lit all the candles yet to see what happens.
Nope. Aegis,
Let's just light them all and see what happens.
light it up.
It's a work, peasant.
Oh. I make Aegis makes her smell like skunk and then lights all the candles.
I'm a mushroom. I don't have a sense of smell.
Look good for us.
It's still funny. All right, so all the candles are lit, and it looks like it is refracting like unfiltered light through into the room. So it is just basically like pouring out this light. And now that you're seeing this, you're getting the idea that that back when you read the wizard's journal, the prism if placed in the middle, would be focusing all these beams. But you don't have that.
We don't have a prism.
What if?
You can
Make
prestidigitation a small trinket. Could we
Yeah.
make the prism with that and just put it there?
And then Nimna,
Oh, was
you had something?
Oh, it's okay. We can go with that. That's
Okay,
good.
that's one. Yeah.
We'll try that.
All right.
Plus, we know where to look for
Which
it.
one are you trying?
I'm not the one with it.
That's Aegis again. He doesn't like it when we talk to him.
Well, if Aegis...
What would you like me to do?
Work. We need a prism to do the light thing, please. And thank you.
A prism? What?
Look
don't
on
know.
this paper.
Thanks.
So
You make a small
just
trinket.
to save the
Okay.
kind of like you haven't seen the prism. So to get all the correct angles of this ultra specific
Ah.
prism, you'd have no idea how to make it.
That's valid.
Just to save.
But we do
you
make
to-
him try a few times.
Yeah, he tries
before
like
we
once or
decide
twice.
this
He
is a
gets
group.
immediately frustrated that it's not even close to working. But
Yeah,
it's a
go
smart. But it was a
somewhere
good idea. It was a good idea.
Maybe if we can find a picture.
Did we miss a
of-
door somewhere?
Mm.
Maybe there's something buried in the garden. Wait, the kid hid something somewhere. Let me go look at his journal again. He hid his charm. That's not the prism we need. That's for the weather machine.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he hid.
Aegis looks. We didn't look down the one hallway that was suspiciously to a blank wall, though it was the size of that room, so it may not be anything.
There was a hallway we didn't look down. Where?
Well, we
He-
looked down, but it ended in a blank at a dead end.
He's referring to this, and yeah, you can tell that
Oh.
it's also the length of the room.
Yes.
Were there anything in those? Were those tables or desks? Hey, why does this Chinga picture still here? Is he still here
Which one?
in the wizard's room?
Master bedroom.
Oh no, sorry, I just did not have him
Oh
free
no!
yet.
What if it's in the toilet hole?
It just got
We haven't
cleaned.
explored
It was
that.
it was a specifically mentioned, recently cleaned chamber pot.
That's still gross. Aegis, go get it.
No.
Yeah, so think
Okay,
about all the
thanks,
things
we
you
have a hit.
have, and all the things that you can do to influence these lenses potentially.
Do you think we could do like a water thing? Because water will
Water would work, yeah.
prism
We got
some
to
light.
bring-
Yeah, I was gonna say I could
We have
make
a
a
cup.
prism with water and then just like try to shift it.
I mean,
Absolutely.
that picture of the prism perfectly lines up with this room of like where the light beams need to go for each thing.
Hmm.
So we just make the thing in the picture, which we could have
Yeah.
done with the prestidigitation thing.
So you get the idea that that is just like a rough drawing, and that isn't the actual.
That looks like a square. That's not
yeah,
what that would look
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. It's
Do you
more
think-
that we know which colors need to come from which source,
Yes, you
or
do
need
know
to be
this.
refracted to which source.
Yeah, they're
we
coming
just
from those candles,
Fake out
right?
the colored lights.
Yeah.
How would you like to do that?
Prestidigitation can make little light things. So you can only do you can't. We wouldn't be able to do enough all at once. So
I can do 3 at once for a specific
Yeah.
color.
Could we shine light through the potion bottles for 3 colors? And then presto the other?
I mean, minor illusion. We could use minor illusion to
Where's-
get one of them.
where's the
Maybe.
dark room?
Yeah,
Did
you
we
can
miss
have
a doorway
3
somewhere?
instances of the prestidigitation spell running as well. Yes, as well as yeah, you could also potentially do that with thaumaturgy. You do have several options.
We could try that. One of you do thaumaturgy, the other one do prestige to make the colors correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now
Oh,
the
I can- with
lenses are
thaumaturgy-
clear, and they seem to be splitting out the light.
So part of thaumaturgy is flames. You can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute.
Mhm.
So
Which one would you like to try?
I'm gonna try the purple one.
Okay. And what exactly are you doing?
I'm changing the flame to purple to see if we just get purple.
Okay, so you change the flame to purple. And now that it is not a natural light from the candle, the purple beam heads towards the center.
Yay! And then I can do the blue one and the green one.
Yep, so you now
Someone
have
else?
3 beams headed towards the center.
And someone else has to do the other ones.
I can't make light with minor illusion, so it would have to be
Harmless
prestidigitation
effect
to
under
do it.
prestidigitation. Be light.
It can make
Sensory effect.
sparks. So
The sensory effect. Light is a sensory effect. I can do sparks. I guess I can try that.
You try to make the sensory effect.
The
Yeah,
harmless effect.
to change like. Not sure how that would work.
Maybe you could make little colored discs as trinkets to put where the
Yeah.
lens is.
Yeah, that's true. Could try that.
They only last a short amount of time. The little trinkets. Just so you're aware. The trinkets only last 6 seconds if I recall
Oh yeah,
correctly.
to
It's
your
gotta be
next turn.
fast.
I can't make 3 of them, but 2.
I have like so for the one who can for the person who can shape water,
Mm-hmm.
you can color water. So what if we were to like say put like a water in front of it and then change the color or something like that?
Yep. Can do.
Or we could even like
I could do it
Yeah.
twice.
And then maybe with a prestidigitation, you can freeze the water, right? So that it stays. or
Shape
something
water
like that.
can freeze it as well.
Yeah, but we need her to change the color, and she can only do 2
Right.
instances of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Where's the apprentice at? Come home so we can be your friend and you can tell us where the prism is.
you have a sneaking suspicion that the prism is probably on the wizard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where's that old man at? We gotta take his eye anyway.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna do 2 types of coloring water, and then
Yeah, so how are you holding the water there, though? Because prestidigitation, I don't think, can freeze water.
I can.
You can chill it, but you can't freeze it.
But couldn't we? If we go up, we get 2 vials of water.
You can
Put
do
the
that.
vials.
Yep.
Are we?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
And then use those.
Hey, but that's all you had to say. You just had to say what you were
Well,
doing.
that's why I was at. No, like I
Yeah.
get it. No, I totally get it.
Yep. All right, so you put 2 vials of water,
Yep.
and then so what I'm understanding is you place 2 vials of water. You shape the water to make it look the two colors,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're using prestidigitation to make the trinket to kind of filter the last one.
Yes.
All right. So with the 6 beams of light now headed towards this circle, is that where Arabella's standing?
Yeah, she thought it was funny. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the circle flares, and you watch Arabella disappear.
Oh, bye.
No, she's dead.
She's
Uh,
dead.
Aegis is like, it was unfortunate, but it happens.
Arabella, you
Have you no
appear.
compassion?
Arabella, you appear in this room over here.
A room with an eyeball. Hey, his eye. We need his eye. Or I could be lame and minor illusion.
Yeah. So
his
that
eyeball
that
instead.
that area there is still flickering.
Can she step back on it?
Don't-
She didn't die.
Don't worry, Arabella.
If-
I'm coming.
So,
If you
so
see-
Aegis
you
is like,
see-
I guess if you go there, you get disintegrated.
So
Colin came to die with me.
yeah. So did you jump back on it, Arabella? Is that what you were saying?
I think he would have been able to like get on it before she got
Okay,
on. Like
okay,
she went to go look at the thing and went, I need the eyeball.
Yeah.
And
So
I was
you
like,
all.
oh, I should tell the others I'm not dead.
So you all watch Chon come flying through this portal. He disappears, and Arabella, you see him come running out.
For the white
Oh,
stripes.
Sean, you figured it out. Hey,
Oh, hey.
it's not a door. Hey.
Okay.
listen.
I guess I'll go back.
So we
For
have
the
a
white
problem
stripes.
here. The 3 of us are doing things that are related to these things, and
Yeah.
if one of us leaves and those things stop, we're not going to be able to get through. So I guess we
And
all
you
have to go at the same time.
There.
So
No, we stay
so
here
you
and
get
let
the
them deal
idea-
with it.
You guys
get
stay
the
there
idea-
and we
you get
see
the
what
idea that
happens.
the circle is going to stay for a little while. At this point, now that it's been activated, how long you're not sure, but yeah. So now that you've seen Chon come through it this way,
Oh, you're
you-
not dead. Oh, thank goodness. Did you see Arabella?
Yeah, it's just a teleport thingy. Come on, let's go for the white stripes. And then he's
For
gonna
the
run
white
back in.
should've told them.
stripes.
You should have told him I was dead and did a whole dramatic thing.
No. You're the bard, not me.
Okay, so as you guys all congregate in this room, you see that there's a door that seems to have what effectively is a retinal scanner.
Oh, does anyone remember what the wizard's eye looks like, and could say describe that to our minor illusionist?
So you guys were all
I already said I
standing
was
there.
gonna do that.
So yeah, so you were all standing there when the wizard did this.
Yeah.
I even have his magnifying glass. Yeah, she recreates it, sad that she doesn't get to take the eye.
Yeah, so you recreate the wizard's eye with minor illusion, and the door opens.
Woohoo!
When it does, you see that you hear a lot of, now that the door is open, you hear a lot of like rumbling and crackling. It appears that the area is very like busy. There's a lot of like machinery humming. There's a lot of kind of different bits of information that are you're kind of processing as you look. And you can see on this bench there is what looks to be a toy balloon.
Oh, it's the flying
Immediately
airship.
runs over to pick it up. We gotta get back
It
to
is
him.
way too big for you to pick up. In fact, it looks
She
like you
like
could
tries
fit,
her best.
It looks like you could fit in the bucket to like ride in it more than be
No,
able
she
to
gets
pick
in
it
it.
up.
Oh my god.
She's just gonna sit in it. Like, yeah.
We have a
Yay.
mode of transportation. This is fantastic.
But it's one person.
One person? Are you sure?
No, like I said, you fit in
Come
it
here and try
easily,
to get
and
in
like
with me.
all of you could easily
Let's
fit
see how
in it.
many we can fit.
So we can all
Oh.
get here. I don't know how to work
Car.
it though.
How do we
And
work?
you also see this very large machine. Yeah, you have no idea how it works just yet.
Oh, we get out, unfortunately. What's this
Oh, no.
yellow thing?
You're looking at it. It looks like a toy, kind of like hot air balloon almost.
That's
Well, if
cute.
it's like-
Oh, make a candle. Light a candle in it.
Yeah. We just need to put some heat and then some gusts of wind, and
Okay.
we're good to go.
Or we could just,
So,
or we
so
could
Aegis
just use
looks
mage hand to
at
have
them.
a mage hand carry it, and we could pretend we're flying.
Perhaps we should deal with the other thing first.
Possibly.
We'll get to that.
I am
We'll get to that in a moment.
adoring how this party is just diving into things without looking at anything else in the room. And it's making me happy.
I mean, this is why I normally play a barbarian, but I'm glad the rest of the party is on the same level.
What's the yellow thing on the table?
Yeah. We'll look at the yellow thing.
While we're in the hot air balloon, we don't get out. We look at
So,
it like.
Now
while
that
we're in it.
you look in this thing, this looks to be like some kind of control panel.
Oh, is the charm in it?
It is not.
I use my magnifying glass. Look,
You start looking through with your
Oh, yeah, he hid
magnifying
it.
glass,
it's in the
and the
dark
charm
room.
does not seem to be found.
We have yet to find the dark room.
Yeah.
I think
we
it's the
missed
toilet.
something.
I think it's the toilet.
Really? Really?
Could be.
At
You
the
really
dark
set
room.
this,
I don't see another
toilet
doorway
like that,
that we could have. I
But do you-
don't want to. I don't
But-
see another doorway.
We
Be a
never
hidden doorway.
searched for any secret doors at all.
Yeah.
And you
We
know
did
how
not.
wizards
That-
love their secret doors, especially when you get to like pull a book and
We've
On,
been
like, the
taking everything at
bookshelf and
face
it-
value.
We
Yeah.
have. There's this weird space here that's suspicious.
Yeah, that I was looking at that. I'm like, did we miss
This
something in one
one?
of the rooms
Yeah.
that
Yep.
we could have done? Did y'all? Is this a library where y'all filmed the
That's-
picture? Did y'all
Yep.
knock all the books down off the shelf?
Of course not. We
Not
used
all
some
the
to,
books.
We
We
took
used
off
a bunch
most
of
of
them.
them.
You
Yeah.
used a lot of the books to pile up.
yeah, but
But
we
not all
moved
of
this
them.
stand. We did not move this stand.
Yeah, I was about to say,
And we
what about this
didn't-
stand? It's suspicious and empty.
Aegis is also. What about where the Chewinga came from?
Or you can move the
underneath-
painting. They hide stuff behind
In
paintings.
the room with the storage room, the Chewinga came from somewhere. Like, was he just always
It's under
hiding
a
it, or
shelf.
was
Yeah.
he under the shelf, or was there a room behind the shelf?
We did not check that. We just took him at face value.
So what would you guys like to do
We
then?
probably should have checked.
Yep.
That's
We,
probably where the charm is, and that's gonna be how we turn this off. So we gotta go all the way back.
Yeah, we march our little compestry
Yeah,
butts back up
very
there.
sadly, like walk back.
There's no
The
big
good news
hops
is-
anymore. It's all little hops.
It's just
Little
little
draggy
waddles.
hop.
We're like,
Yeah.
oh, we didn't chat.
So when you
we're,
come
we're
back,
not even hopping. We're just doing the wiggling.
when you come
along
back
the
into
ground.
this, when you come back into this room, the portal was still working on this side, but when you come back in on into this room, the portal is out because the prestidigitation trinket has expired.
Yeah.
But-
That prism better be in that hallway, or y'all gotta do a lot of work again. Not my problem though. Have fun.
Okay. So, do you guys head back to?
Storage.
Yes.
Are you going to the storage room? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
crawl under the shelf.
So as soon as you crawl under the shelves, you can see that like part of the shelf is almost fake, and there is in fact a secret door behind it. And there wasn't even like it just wasn't looked for.
Yeah.
The Chewinga
We go through the door.
pulled us off course.
So you head
We were
so you
just
head
like, oh,
into
look how
the
easy.
you headed through this you head through the door into this room, and it is pitch black. There
Oh, hi, room.
It's a dark room.
and you can
I
hear
start
with your and
screaming.
feel with your tremor sense that there is a Chewinga in this room.
Oh,
And
look,
there
that
might
one
be a
was also a
charm.
secret door. There's a charm
Yeah,
somewhere.
we
I get out my
We use the
magnifying
other
glass.
pedestal.
Yeah, so if you so I asked which pedestal you use specifically because if you moved this one, you see the door.
Yeah, we
That's
did
my bad.
not-
I said we should do
we
the north
should-
one.
We keep taking everything in face value. It's worked
Hey,
so far, but
there's-
like we had to take a long walk to get.
Yeah, you just have to do a little backtracking. That's
Yeah.
normal, right?
So I knock one of the. I'm Aegis is gonna go, and find a random book.
Mhm.
Bring it back, knock it into the dark room, and then light it on fire with prestidigitation.
Shit.
Why would you do that?
So you can
There is
see.
now a burning book in the middle of this room, and now that you have a little bit of
Trevor.
light, you can see there are torches lining the walls.
I couldn't see the torches to affect them, though. Now I can.
We were Twinger out before it like hurts its little tiny lungs. Sorry, Twinger.
I'll
But
use
now you
Druidcraft
can
to
see.
instantly light or snuff out the torches because I can do that, and
Yeah,
apparently
so-
I
so
don't
you'll-
need sight for it.
So you light the torches.
We still have
And-
a book on fire.
and now
Put it
there's a-
out, water.
I'll snuff it out.
I can extinguish flames as well.
Yeah, so you guys pat out the burning book, and the Chewinga's got its head tilted, looking at you like, "What the heck?" And-
Hey,
Some
how
nice
come your
ages.
friend was right here, but your friend didn't get you out the cage?
He looks and he's like, he's like he kind of get the he just kind of shrugs. You're not
Oh,
sure.
Your friend's is a bad friend.
So you're not
Yeah.
sure. You're not sure if that was even noticed because by the Chewinga. You found the Chewinga on this side, under the shelf.
Oh, is the charm here?
Oh yeah, now that the room is very well lit from the torches that are all around it, you do in fact in the corner of this room see a small charm.
Waddle,
Awesome.
waddle.
I
Like, I'll
also
release
made
the baby.
Maisie
Who didn't
is
get there?
mage handing open the Chewinga cage.
All right, so the Chewinga cage
I
comes
think
open.
Luke and Nimna haven't gotten
Yeah.
the second one.
So rollies, as you guys let out the Chewinga, and it kind of like looks between the two of you with its hand. Nimna, because you are closer, obviously. It walks up towards you and like holds out its hand.
Bow my red cap. For
And-
pets.
It bestows upon you the charm of cantrips, and it grants you the ability to cast Control Flame.
That would have made the other room so much easier.
Well, good
Like that we
news.
invented hard mode for ourselves.
When we go back,
It'll take far less time and effort to do that to room.
yeah.
Nah, I have the charm. It's in my little pocket. I have pockets. It's somewhere. It's wherever I put that magnifying glass.
Yeah, we don't have to think about it.
Wherever that goes.
All right, so now with the ability to control flame and with the charm in hand, you guys make your way, I'm assuming, back down to the basement.
Yes.
We
Oh, for
again
sure.
got through the ashamed waddle because like how we didn't check you guys.
Nimna's gonna waddle with confidence. We could pretend like that was all on purpose and totally planned.
Okay. Oh, I'm fine with that then. Now we're happy again.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
wanted to put in effort, flex our knowledge.
So you make
Life,
your way
apparently.
back to you light the candles, you do the same thing, you walk all your way all the way back down. This Chwinga hightails it out of here really fast,
Alright,
especially
Chwinga.
because you
Oh
guys
wait,
were
we tell
burning
him about the
books.
stripe.
Yeah. Okay. So you tell him about the stripe. And because you guys had to walk through that room anyway, Macy
pay
kind of
him.
gives them the quick little mage hand paint, and you guys are now able to kind of go over here and look at this machine.
Okie dokie. If we put it calibrates it, but does anyone see a control panel?
So you pop the piece into the missing spot, basically. And it looks like you can turn it.
Okay, turn.
Okay, so you turn.
Yeah, immediately, no hesitation. It's me.
Yeah. Okay, so you've turned it.
Ain't that happy?
Not that you can tell, the machine's still humming along.
She turns it again. Turn it
Alright.
off.
You keep turning it.
Take the key back.
Take the key out. Still there.
You just
Someone else do
look at. Did
something,
you try
the
the
key's
opposite
broken.
direction?
Yeah, I turned it a direction. I don't have keys. I'm homeless. Can't go the other way. Well, now she tries it. She tries to twist it the other way.
Yeah, you twist
Hoping
it
it
the other
doesn't
way.
work.
The machine is still humming along.
It didn't work.
Y'all
Can we approach the machine? Like,
Yeah.
Is this walkable? What
You sure
is
can.
what is this white suspicious bar here?
It looks like it's just like a kind of like ladder to climb up to the top. You get it that it was probably there for either maintenance or construction or that sort of thing.
Maintenance means we can mess with stuff.
Yep. Let's climb up.
Climb
Let's
the
see.
ladder.
We
Pocket
climb
the
the
key and go
ladder.
up the ladder.
If it's a weather control machine and we don't want bad weather, maybe we can just break it.
That surely won't go wrong.
No.
So,
Fine.
as Campestri, how do you plan to attempt to try to break this machine?
I don't know. We gotta
Headbutt it.
look at it first.
Yeah, we gotta know the details. Describe this machine to us, Angela.
It looks as it is. It's a big, massive machine. It looks like it's sparking lightning to and from the ceiling. You're not sure where this teleportation circle went, but you get the idea that it's probably towards like the roof of this castle. And it seems to be kind of just sparking with this magical effect and energy.
We do have a potion of fire breath.
We could melt it. Melt the
Could
top.
we slag it?
You can try.
Well, wait, maybe we shouldn't break it first.
Because what if it just goes crazy?
Can Maisie
We
try
didn't see any effects anywhere in the room when we did the key.
You did not.
Did we do a
Somebody-
full rotation with the key, or
You did
only
a full
partial?
I
rotation.
did-
You did a full
I
rotation
turned
the
it
other
all
way.
the ways I could turn it. All the
Okay.
things.
The one hint I will give is how do you know you haven't done anything?
Yeah, we need somebody outside and run in, back and forth.
Whoa. That's
No,
a lot
I
of
can predict weather with Druidcraft.
Perfect.
Oh, wait. That's the thing. Look at you knowing what your cantrip does.
So what do you do?
I use Druidcraft to predict what the weather is right now.
Currently,
We
it
turn
says that the
tornadoes
weather
on.
is going to be ongoing and repeated tornadoes.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
she runs over to turn the key again.
Turn the key.
Turn the key.
Turn the key. Gonna fix it. What is it?
How much do you
Oh,
turn
no.
the key?
Just a little bit.
You turn the key
Like
a little
a
bit
quarter,
and it changes.
like a quarter.
And I'm assuming you cast Druidcraft again.
Yep. Every key turn I'll recast.
Yeah, so it goes. You start seeing things like it's going from axe beak, egg-sized hail, thunderstorms and freezing rain, cold wind and sleet, and then
Why are these options?
and then finally it gets an evil wizard, and it gets to a certain spot, and then you hear clear sunny day, nice and warm.
Stop.
I rips it out immediately.
No more
I'm not
turning.
doing that anymore. No more turning.
Stop.
This is a bad charm. She just gets in the hot air balloon and sits down with the key. This is a bad key.
So so now as you guys finish calibrating the machine, you hear coming from this way and coming down the stairs. What are you doing? You've changed the machine, says a voice from across the catwalk. You see the apprentice Greg Mala standing in the door. It was you, wasn't it? You did my chores? Why would you do that for me? Why are you here?
Well, we saw that guy kept saying mean things about you. We thought you could use a hand. But also, the cold doesn't let plants grow, and they need the cold to stop. So, I found with your toy. It's right here. I'm in it.
Maisie, knowing that she speaks really loudly and he might not hear us when we're really small, relays everything that's being said.
So at this point he's walked over to the staircase, and as Arabella is kind of like belting out, and it's being re-belted out at an even louder volume, because when your argument doesn't succeed at first, go for volume. Macy, through the combined effort, Greg was about to kind of like respond when another Kempestri runs into the room. You haven't seen Leaf in a while. And she goes, Greg, it's me, Leaf. Please help us. We need to get out of here. And then Greg, upon hearing the falsetto voice of his friend, relents and goes, all right, we gotta get you out of here quickly. The wizard's gonna be home soon. Jeez. He pulls out this little trinket from his pocket, and he kind of like activates it, and like it spawns into what appears to be a silver raven. Ooh. And he kind of goes and he kind of like picks up the raven and he whispers something to it, and he kind of ties it to the front of the balloon.
Nice.
And he goes, all right, everybody get in. This bird will take you home.
What about you though? Isn't he gonna be mad?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll figure it out. I'll pretend I got knocked out, I'll pretend I got knocked out or something. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Well, we could kill him, and then you could be free.
While I appreciate you having these ideas, you are a tiny mushroom person, and I'm certain that you are not able to fight an archmage.
Next time.
Hey, but we did your chores. He should be happy with you.
Except for there's glass behind the mirror. Don't let him move it.
He goes, all right, I'll get the glass. Don't worry. I'll even scatter the glass around me to make it look like I was knocked out. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
A good plan.
Just get in, and you see he goes and he kind of like lights the balloon like you were going to, and says, all right, go. And he kind of like opens opens a hatch on the roof and like pushes you guys out of it.
Nice.
I don't give him his charm back.
Yeah, don't.
Oh no,
The wizard might check him. We keep it.
Yeah.
We was like, oh, don't know what happened. Bye, Greg.
Yeah, and he just kind of like waves, and so now the six of you, because Leaf is with you,
Where have you been?
Are in an air balloon.
Fantastic.
And
we have a raven
I have been
pulling
thinking
it.
this
Thing
whole
in my
time
life.
I was gonna ask, like, where is Leaf in this moment?
Yeah, I thought Leaf was just being
The
quiet.
whole time.
So Leaf. So you guys would have noticed that Leaf kind of stayed here with the other Kempestries. After that was after she says, if anything bad happens to you, come back here.
Oh, we forgot all about that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, did
those competitors want to be there. They seemed happy. That's why we didn't let them out.
Yeah, they seemed perfectly content.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so
Off we go.
you take off into the air, and because this machine violently changes the weather, it's going to be eventually a nice sunny day, but currently the overlapping temperatures of warm and cold kind of hitting each other start to produce these big whirlwinds in the sky.
No,
And
the tornadoes.
you kind of are looking around and trying to assess the situation really, really quickly. And you get the idea that someone is going to have to try to calm the raven, and someone has to steer this to try to avoid the worst of the winds, and someone else is going to have to, and everyone else is going to have to try to figure out how to stabilize it.
We could stabilize it with gusts of wind from prestidigitation and
We have
We
gust
could-
of wind, the spell.
yeah, gust of wind and prestidigitation could do it on both sides to make sure it stays straight and
So
stable.
prestidigitation is not going to have enough impact on like whirlwinds,
It'll
but
both-
gust of wind might help.
Oh,
Gust
Yeah,
might help a
that'll
little
work.
bit. It won't help a ton because again, it is just a cantrip.
yeah, it's not
But-
by itself. It's just one of the
So
things.
whoever is trying to stabilize the ship. So what are you guys doing to kind of like move around the ship to kind of like figure things out? So some people are casting their cantrips to offer help.
Yeah.
Who is going to
so
calm
Aegis,
down the raven?
Aegis will use Gust to work
Yeah.
on that a bit. So
Why doesn't Arabella use minor illusion to have a nice image for what a bird might enjoy? You know, like a nice clear day just right in front of its eyes.
Because I can't change sound, so it can still hear everything. And it's also a static image, unless I blind it. Can I just put it like orbit around the bird's eyes?
Yeah,
You could
put,
kind of like you can put it
blinders
in the
on it.
5-foot cube where the bird is, but once the balloon
Yeah.
moves, it'll be out of it, right?
Yeah, that's
But you
yeah.
can- but you
so
can
that
do it.
wouldn't work for us. I'll sing a song to the bird. It's a new bird. Won't be scared.
I
All
can
right,
use
so you're trying to
Druidcraft
calm the
make,
bird
like,
with a
a-
song. Give me a performance check.
Yeah.
Wait, as a mushroom? Oh goodness.
Yeah, as a mushroom.
Oh no.
And then also, so then what are Nimna and Macy doing? Because
Macy is going to use Mage Hand to sort of try to steer rudder this ship.
all right, so
To
doing that, give me a what would effectively be a navigator's tools check. So it'll be just straight wisdom, but you can have
Wisdom.
advantage because you're being helped by the gust spell. And then Nimna.
I think Nimna is going to try to keep the flame that's heating the air nice and stoked, and like giving direction to which way the little flame should point to heat up air one way or another to kind of help.
All right, so give me a sleight of hand check to kind of angle the flame. So it would be just probably straight dexterity for the Kempestry, and you have advantage because the other two are helping with cantrips and such, as well as you're all kind of helping yourselves with your cantrips.
All right.
Campestry can't sing, so we just
So-
minor illusion a song.
Yeah, so like you guys, so 13 with the advantage, 18.
Click too many times.
Eight's not working so well. So you're losing a little bit of stability, but you've gained a little bit of the ability to avoid the high winds, and you've calmed the raven a bit. So it worked out reasonably all right. So and it's the way it's going so far. So as you guys are careening now in this hot air balloon being pulled by a raven towards the canopy of the forest, tree limbs are kind of like scraping the balloon. And like some of the lines and kind of strings holding it together are starting to snap. What are you guys effectively going to do to try to help prevent this? So you need to get out of the tree line. So someone has to try to kind of like guide the raven, and basically you can see the flames from the balloon slowly starting to catch the ropes at the edges of the balloon.
well, Aegis will snuff out fire as best as he can.
Oh, we need it.
No,
That's how
from
we're
the
in the air.
ropes. On the ropes.
The ropes.
Oh, just specifically on the
Yeah,
ropes?
yeah,
I thought you were
yep,
just
yep,
gonna get
yep.
rid of the fire completely.
No.
Oh no. We died. I guess since she's trying to calm the bird, Arabella will be like, go a different way. This one's bad.
All right, so you're gonna try to kind of like sing
Guide
to
the
it
bird.
again.
Yeah.
All right. The ropes are being kind of extinguished with spells, and so now, but somebody has to also reattach the line. So that's going to be, I think,
Yeah.
at least a couple of you trying to reattach these lines.
Yeah, can Nimna try to grow out her mycele tendrils to bridge gaps between broken ropes?
Or you're going to try to hold it. You're not going to try to like tie them back together.
Yeah. I think it's going to be about the same for her weak little self. Either way, and it just sounds cooler.
All right,
to
so you
use.
see.
Can I use Druidcraft to try and make them bloom so that more roots grow to make it a bit stronger?
Yeah.
You
Blew
can
me.
grow vines along them.
Are you trying to make the other Campestries tendrils bloom to make it stronger? Because you need seeds to make stuff bloom.
Well.
If you're doing that, I'll allow it because that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, I was also
cool.
going to suggest maybe using our spores ability and like putting the spores on the ropes and then blooming
Okay,
them.
so that'll
Ooh.
work too. So you
Oh,
spore
that's
the ropes
super cool.
you spore the ropes and then use Druidcraft to kind of like build up like a line of mushrooms that are kind of
Yes.
like densely connected, roping this thing back together.
Yeah.
Yes, that. We got there.
All right, so the only thing left is the Raven, because between the two of you, you have managed to kind of resecure and put out the flames using the abilities that you have found along the way.
Can Maisie try to calm the Raven? She's like, peace, Raven, peace. You are peaceful.
Give me a
feel-
persuasion check as a Campari.
Oh my
Campestri,
goodness.
sorry.
As a very, very loud Campestri.
Yes, screaming
well,
at this Raven.
Well, no, I can't. But I can
Peace
hear
be
me.
with you!
I have to speak over all these gusty winds.
Yeah,
and
it makes
stuff.
sense. You're probably the only way they're going to hear it.
Was Arabella still doing the thing?
Yeah, so the two of you together are working together, so you can both roll, or one of you can roll with advantage.
Which would you like?
It's up to you.
Why don't you roll with advantage?
We all have that.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, there's no advantage or disadvantage to anyone doing it.
Nope,
So-
we failed it.
The Raven
We
is
scared the
struggling
bird.
a little bit, but it's all right because you managed to at least have the balloon kind of fit together and kind of hold in place. And you can see now what looks to be Mother Nature's hovel that you are careening towards at what seems to be like breakneck speeds.
Can we use Ghost to like push back, against the front of the thing to like slow us down?
Yeah, you can absolutely
Some-
try to do that with Gust. You also need to try to also get this Raven back on track and less,
Yeah.
terrified.
Raven, please, sorry.
And the whole
Try to-
ship is kind of like bouncing around.
Peace, Raven.
My
peace.
cantrips are not
Calm
helpful for
blue
this.
ocean.
Sorry, guys.
Can I use
Calm
Druidcraft?
ocean.
Because Druidcraft I can make animal noises.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a noise of a crow that sounds similar to, or not necessarily a crow, a raven, similar to the one that's carrying us?
To what
Almost
effect?
Well, effectively trying to snap it out of its.
So you're just gonna
its
have like
freak
you're
out
gonna just
by
have like
just
like the
confusing
sound.
it so much.
You can have
that
like
it's
just
what?
have like another Raven squawk at it really loudly. Yeah, all right, that could work.
Just
Yeah.
speak Raven.
Well, I don't speak.
know how to
Raven,
talk.
that's
It's the equivalent of the Raven slap across the face sort of thing. Snap out of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like get it together.
Poor Raven.
Yeah, I'll let you make a persuasion check at advantage using the Druidcraft ability to try to calm the Raven. What are the rest of you doing to stabilize the ship?
Well, I will use the gust to help try it to slow us down a little
All right,
bit.
so that'll give the others advantage.
I'm using the mage
I guess-
hand to rudder.
All right, so Mage Hand is trying to kind of steer the ship. So then, definitely, Nim and Arabella will have advantage on what they want to do to try to stabilize.
She's because Sean moved his focus to try and help with birds. She'll try to like help. Well, he already fixed the ropes and stuff. I don't know. She'll stand to the back of the balloon so it's heavier that way.
Sure, that
slow it
works.
down.
Give me an acrobatics check to try to get there with all this turbulence. And then Nimno, what are you up to? You have advantage because of all the extra help.
Golly gosh. I guess she can just try to help
I got a
Hold-
0.
hold down the.
What was that? Sorry.
Oh, it's good. Sorry, I got distracted by the 0.
Yeah.
The steering mechanism, just trying to help whoever's got that.
All right, sure. Give me an athletics check to try to hold hold it in place. So it would be just straight strength.
Heck yeah.
But it's helping Maisie
Oh,
with the
no.
Mage Hand.
Yeah. So that with even with advantage, you guys watch as you are barreling towards Mother Nature's hovel at breakneck speeds, and you realize that the Raven is not slowing down. Before you can respond, the ship smashes into the back door of the hovel.
Ouch! We all die.
And as you lay among the wreckage of the airship, the door opens, and the elderly dryad, Enritra, towers over you. She doesn't immediately notice you. When she finally looks down, her eyes widen. She calls Leaf to join her. Searching the wreckage, Enritra counts the number of Campestri among you. The halfling Leaf joins her and marvels at the scene. They search the area and find you laying on the ground along with the silver figurine of a bird. Do you think they made it? Anitra asks. Leaf turns to her and goes, I think there's only one way to find out. And she kind of like quickly casts Druidcraft, revealing that it is going to be a sunny summer day. Then Anitra kind of looks and goes, what can this mean? Has winter ended? It means there's hope, but we need to hurry. As they grab the 2 baskets from beside the back door and begin scooping each of you inside, as you are carried into Mother Nature's hovel, you see a brief glimpse of yourselves watching the silly dance of 2 Chwingas before the world goes dark.
Oh.
A few days later,
That's wild.
you awaken to a bright, warm summer day and are told that you were successful and that the mushroom ritual enabled you to kind of get through all those challenges with just the simplest of help from the Chwinga.
PTSD now.
What's that?
We got PTSD now. We ate ourselves.
Mhm.
There's some implications in that.
I've
Yeah.
lived a life. I've been through things.
They also impart upon you that Mother Nature had woken up shortly after you guys smashed into the door and started dismantling the weather machine almost immediately, destroying the wizard castle as she rescued the apprentice. She has also warded her domain so that the wizard would not be able to return. And that will conclude our playthrough of The Little Wish.
Very cool.
Yeah, so for playing this adventure, each character would gain a level. You would gain 500 gold pieces for ending the curse from Leaf, and you had found the Silver Raven figurine of wondrous power, the War Leader's Cloak of Billowing, the Potion of Greater Healing that you made, the Potion of Fire Breath, and the Potion of Water Breathing. And that could all have be added to your Dungeons & Dragons Adventures League character sheets for playing this session. And that will conclude the rewards portion, as I will turn it over back to our host for some post-game questions.
Wow, that was great. Angelo, thank you so much for jamming that. You've made a puzzle game really interesting to watch, that's for sure. So I'd love to hear the players and how they felt playing it. So Mazzy, let's start with you. How do you feel about everything?
Oh, that was awesome. That was totally awesome. Angelo, thank you so much. You made that really easy for us to get into the whole situation and the setup here in Roll20. fantastic. I love the fact that we could just sort of pull different puzzle pieces, and then getting those cantrips and different things like that really, really helped. I really loved it.
Douglas did an excellent job of putting things in places that were amazingly easy for me to use on this Roll20.
Yeah, this is the writer's Roll20 that he gave to us to use. So obviously it's super tricked out, and he's done an amazing job. Like the art is all his, like we've said earlier, and it really shows the difference in a great adventure, especially in a virtual format, I think, to give art and be able to really immerse the players. Detective Sean, how did you feel about everything?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. There were loads of twists and turns, and just the way that you can, approach any puzzle from various different angles. Doesn't matter which way you're coming in, but you can still solve it as long as you all work together and everything. And like you said as well, the art, I've been loving the little arts of the mushrooms throughout their adventure. It really brings it into your mind's eye, and it makes it so much easier to see everything that's going on.
Right.
Angelo, thank you for running, man. It's been great.
And
I had a really good time with a lot of those moving pieces. Like when you started Drury crafting cactus, and I could bring them to the map in the forefront. That was really good.
Aegis, I'd love to ask you a specific question. Now, some players have trouble when it's like, hey, right off the top of the game, you kind of lose your character sheet and you become something else. How did you feel about everything, and how did it end up working out for you compared to maybe your initial reaction?
So I agree. A lot of times there's that agency that you feel that can be taken away from you, but I think the way that this module addresses it works really well, because it makes a lot of sense. And actually that trap in that first hallway that basically you avoid because you're small gives that sort of sense of, oh, that's really cool, that was really well done, and that sort of helped with the making you feel a little bit better about that situation, and then actually get you a little bit more into it, I think.
It's a really good point where it, right off the top gives you the benefit of who you are at the same time, right? And going, oh, otherwise I would have gotten nailed by that kind of thing. Yeah, it was really well written. Nimna, let's hear your reaction to everything.
So right off the bat, it is a little jarring to suddenly you've got a character and you're not actually, you don't have, your sheet is gone. Yeah. But it reminds us as players that this is a game and it is supposed to be fun, and the way that the rest of the adventure is set up to reinforce that is really cool. So, I was excited about not having to worry about my character sheet. So yay for that. But I also liked it put everybody on equal footing. We all had to find different new ways to solve puzzles. You don't normally get to solve a lot of puzzles, and 4 hours with no combat is super fun for me, hope for everybody. So it was a nice kind of vacation from your standard module.
Right. Yeah, you can totally drop players in. Just go ahead, Ange.
Oh yeah, and I've said, I am a combat specialist when it comes to DMing. I run very intricate and very quick combats that are generally very dynamic, lots of moving parts, lots of effects, and there was none of that in this, and I had a great time running it. So it was very well written.
Arabella, how do you feel about no combat?
It was honestly a surprise because, like Angelo said, he's well known for his combat. So coming into this, I expected an Angelo combat. So, and honestly, while I do enjoy a good fight, the narrative aspect of everything is my favorite thing. So to come in here to this is just narrative, but there's puzzles, and that while it is streamlined, there's a goal, and this is where you're supposed to go. It still wasn't there were other ways that we were allowed to achieve things besides of this is the one thing you can do, and the only way this will work. I won't let anything else work. Yeah. It felt freeing. It was fun. I got to be a mushroom, which was great. I thought it was a great time, and it was done very well, both by Angelo and the person that wrote it.
Yeah, it was fun to watch to see how the party was going to figure things out. That's for sure, right? Because there's so many options as to what you can do. I think this is a great module to run and super fun.
Yeah, the author did an incredible job of giving lots of different solutions for each puzzle, so that there wasn't just if you don't find this one little thing, you're stuck. It was well thought out.
Yeah. Full props to Douglas, who wrote this and did all the art. Like, it's absolutely amazing art. Angela, how do you feel about running it? You've kind of like touched a little bit, but any final thoughts?
Just that, like I said, the module, like I said, I'm usually very used to running and like intricate long combats. Like I specialize in like punching tier 4 characters. It's like my favorite thing as a DM is to kind of like battle against the top of the top, especially in Adventures League where they're super tuned. It's showed me a lot of different things. But when you take those like low level characters and you put them in something like this where there's no combat, it allowed to me to kind of like branch out a little bit from what I'm most comfortable with, and this module gave me a lot of tools to like work with those other pillars and kind of bring them to the forefront, even with just like the little bits of role play with Leaf at the beginning, or the massively intricate ways of solving all of these puzzles. It was very good to run.
Well, we'll definitely have to get some tier 3 on the plate for Adventures League for next season.
I'll get to flex some of that combat muscle.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll see some TPKs in the near future, I hear. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you all had a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.